The World War II timeline in 5 minutes, or approximately 840,000 times speed. This is not, obviously, comprehensive. 1937, July 7th. Japan invades China. Japan had already invaded parts of China at this point, but now they really mean it, and this kicks off the Second Sino-Japanese War. World War II has begun in Asia. 1938, March 12th. The Germans march into Austria, but no one cares. September 30th, the Munich Agreement is signed, granting Hitler the Sudetenland in Czechoslovakia if he promises to behave. Chamberlain claims we have peace in our time. 1939, March 15th. Germany invades the rest of Czechoslovakia. Chamberlain is embarrassed. August 23rd, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is signed, promising non-aggression between Germany and the Soviet Union. September 1st, Germany invades Poland on bicycles. World War II has begun in Europe. 1940, April 9th, Germany invades Denmark and Norway. The Vikings roll over in their graves. May 10th, Germany invades the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and France. Chamberlain resigns and Churchill takes office. May 26th, the Dunkirk evacuation begins, in which 338,000 Allied troops are rescued. Churchill calls this a miracle. June 10th, Italy enters the war. June 22nd, France surrenders. July 10th, the Battle of Britain begins and will not end until October 31st. September 7th, the Blitz over the UK begins as Hitler tries to bomb Britain out of the war. This does not end until May 11th, 1941. September 27th, the Tripartite Pact is signed, uniting Germany, Italy, and Japan as the Axis powers. And what's Japan been up to for the past 3 years? Ah yes, war crimes. 1941, June 22nd, Germany launches Operation Barbarossa and invades Russia. Stalin is embarrassed. September 8th, the Siege of Leningrad begins and will last nearly 2.5 years. December 7th, Japan bombs Pearl Harbor and invades the rest of the Pacific. Roosevelt is embarrassed. 1942, April 18th, the US bombs Tokyo in the Doolittle raid. Japan will kill 250,000 Chinese civilians in retaliation. May 4th, the Battle of the Coral Sea begins. The US will lose a fleet carrier but turn back a Japanese invasion force. June 4th, the Battle of Midway begins. The US wins a decisive victory and Japan loses 4 fleet carriers. July 17th, the Battle of Stalingrad begins. As many as 3 million people will die here over the next 6 months. August 7th, the US invasion of Guadalcanal begins. This marks a turning point in the Pacific War. October 23rd, the Second Battle of El Alamein begins, where the British win a decisive victory. Churchill calls this the end of the beginning. November 8th, Operation Torch begins, in which the Allies invade North Africa mainly because they can't invade France yet. November 12th, the naval battle of Guadalcanal begins. This is one of the deadliest sea battles of World War II and includes the only 2 US flag officer deaths of the war. 1943, July 5th, the Battle of Kursk begins and becomes the largest tank battle in history. July 9th, Operation Husky begins and the Allies invade Sicily. September 3rd, Italy surrenders, though this isn't officially announced until September 8th, the day the Allies invade Italy. October 13th, Italy declares war on Germany. November 20th, the Battle of Tarawa begins, marking America's bloody advance into the Central Pacific. 1944, June 6th, D-Day. Nuff said. June 15th, the Battle of Saipan begins and the Japanese are getting nervous. June 19th, the Battle of the Philippine Sea begins and will end with the devastation of Japan's naval air power. August 25th, Paris is liberated. October 23rd, the Battle of Leyte Gulf begins. This is the largest naval battle of World War II and history's last battle between battleships. December 16th, the Germans initiate the Battle of the Bulge. This is their last main offensive on the Western Front. 1945, February 19th, the Battle of Iwo Jima begins, and it sucks for everyone. April 1st, the Battle of Okinawa begins, and it sucks even more. April 12th, Roosevelt dies of a stroke. April 28th, Mussolini dies of a machine gun. April 30th, Hitler dies of Basically, 50% of World War II's main heads of state die this month. May 2nd, the Russians capture Berlin. Private Dmitry Petrenko plants the flag in the Reichstag. May 7th, Germany surrenders, and May 8th is proclaimed Victory in Europe Day. August 6th, Enola Gay drops Little Boy on Hiroshima, the first nuclear attack in history. August 9th, Boxcar drops Fat Man on Nagasaki, the last nuclear attack in history, hopefully. August 15th, Victory in Japan Day. September 2nd, Japan formally surrenders and World War II officially ends. Thanks for sticking around, folks. You've been watching the Ruibas channel. I make World War II videos, and every subscribe teaches a squirrel how to read.